Hello everyone! Welcome back to my class or channel. This is Sir Christopher Romeo, your handsome math teacher. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe so that you will be notified with new lessons or videos every week. Thank you, and let's get started. So today, we are going to discuss about the basics on sets for week 2. So our learning objectives for today is first is we are going to solve word problems involving sets with the use of Venn diagrams. Second is we are going to apply set operations to solve variety of word problems. Now let's get to know the basic parts of a Venn diagram. As you can see here, we have a rectangular shape. Now, this rectangular shape represents the universal set, okay, in which all the elements or sets involved in our problem belongs to the universal set. Now, inside the universal set, we have here circles or overlapping circles that are involved in our word problem. Now, these circles represents the sets that are involved in our problem. In this case, we have set A and we have set B. That is the basic part of a Venn diagram. Now let's have example problem number 1. Among the 50 kids in Barangay Tabok, 33 like eating in Jollibee, while 32 like eating in McDonald's. Now let's answer the following. A. Illustrate the problem in a Venn diagram. B. How many like eating both in Jollibee and in McDonald's? Now for letter A, it's quite simple, right? We need to create a Venn diagram. Now to create first a Venn diagram is we need to have our universal set. In that case, we need to create a rectangular shape that represents a universal set. That's why we have here the capital U here, and that serves our universal set, the entire rectangle. Now inside the rectangle, these are the sets involved. Now, that's why we have two circles here because there are two sets involved in our problem. And what are those? Jollibee and McDonald's. Alright, that's why we have here the capital J represents for Jollibee and capital M for McDonald's. Take note of that. J for the circle, Jollibee for the circle, and M for McDonald's for the second circle. There are two sets involved. Now, here's the given. Jollibee with 33. So, 33 like eating Jollibee. So, we need to provide 33 here. Take note of that. Okay? Just bear with my handwritings here. Okay? How about McDonald's? There are 32 who like McDonald's. Meaning to say, on this first circle, on that circle, there are 33 kids who likes Jollibee. Take note of that. And on this circle, there are 32 who likes eating McDonald's. That's our illustration for our Venn diagram. Now, let's go to letter B. Okay? Did you get letter A? This is our illustration for letter A. How about letter B? How many like eating both in Jollibee and in McDonald's? That's the question. Sir, when we say both, what does it mean? Both in Jollibee and in McDonald's. Both in Jollibee and in McDonald's? What's that? Is that union or intersection? That's the first question. When we say Jollibee and McDonald's, both Jollibee and McDonald's, it means we need to find the intersection of the two sets. Pila man kabuok ganahan nga bata nga mukaon og Jollibee at the same time mukaon sad og McDonald's. Therefore, our question here or problem is this one. What's the answer for that one? That's the question mark. Okay? Now, to provide that answer, we need to go back to the problem. Among the 50 kids in Barangay Tabok, 33 like eating in Jollibee, while 32 like eating in McDonald's. Take note of this given. There are 50 kids in all in Barangay Tabok. What's 50 kids means in our problem? Do you have an answer? Very good. 50 kids is the universal set. Those are the number of elements involved in our universal set. That's the totality of the population. In other words, we can get the commonality or intersection of our Jollibee and our McDonald's by using our universal set, which is 50. Now, to answer that one again, I will give you another idea. I know you already know this one. Let's say, let's use subtraction. That's the idea, subtraction. Let's say I have 10 apples. Okay? I have 10 apples. And I gave my 2 apples to another person. How many apples do I have left? Again, I have 10 apples and then I gave 2 apples. Okay? How many left? Correct? 8. Just 10 minus 2. That's 8. That is our goal in this one. For us to solve this question, we need to use subtraction. Sir, what is our goal here, sir? Kung sa may subtract na to? We need to use our universal set and the given sets here, which is the Jollibee and McDonald's. Take note of that. Let's say our 50 kids here is the 10 apples. Okay? And our 2 apples that I gave are the Jollibee and the McDonald's. Let's say, for example, take note of this. Say, for example, this rectangular shape is the universal set. This is the whole thing. And that is 50. Now, what if I am going to subtract that one to the entire Jollibee? I'm going to subtract that one to the entire Jollibee. What do you think will left? Which part? This one, or that one? Again, what if I am going to subtract my entire universal set, which is 50, to the Jollibee itself, which is 33? Which one will left? Correct. This thing will left. Therefore, we can answer this one already by simply subtracting 33 from 50. Let's try. 50. Okay? Minus 33. Sir, where did you get 50? 50 here is our universal set. That's the entire kids or items or elements in our problem. Now, 33 here is the entire set of the first circle. Why did we subtract, sir? For us to get this data or number. Okay? And what is 50 minus 33? Do you have an answer? Correct. That is 17. Take note of that. We already have 17 here. Take note. Sir, we already have 17. And that 17 belongs to the circle which is the McDonald's. We already have 17. And this is the entire circle. And part of the circle is 17 and another part is unknown. We don't know yet. That's why it's question mark. Therefore, we can use the idea of 32 here as a whole so that we can get the unknown data here by simply subtracting. So what is that? 32 minus 17. Para ma-subtract na to para makuha ni nato, we need to subtract 17 from 32 since 17 belongs to 32, right? So, what's the answer for that one? What do you think is the answer? 32 minus 17. The answer is 15. Let's try to check. Take note of this. 15 and 17 belongs to this circle. And what is this circle? That circle is our McDonald's. And how many kids likes McDonald's? There are 32. Let's check. 15 plus 17 is equal to 32. That's correct. That is how to check your answer if you're correct or wrong. Something went wrong. Okay? 15 plus 17 is 32. That's right. How about this one? How can we get this one? We simply subtract. 33 minus 15. Let's check. 33. Oh, not here. Sorry. 33 minus 15. What's your answer? 33 minus 15. The answer is 18. Alright. That's 18. Let's check. 18 plus 15 should be 33. Is it 33? Correct. 18 plus 15 is 33. Therefore, we may now answer letter B. How many like eating both in Jollibee and in McDonald's? That's the intersection. And the answer is, there are 15 kids who likes Jollibee and McDonald's. Correct. How about this one? What does it mean by 18? There are 18 students or kids who likes to eat Jollibee only. This 18. How about 17? There are 17 kids who likes to eat McDonald's only. There's a difference if you use only. How about 18, 15, and 17? What does it mean? If you are going to add 18 plus 15 plus 17, that is our universal set. 18 plus 15, that's 33, plus 17, that is our universal set, which is 50 kids. Did you get that? I hope so. Now let's go to example problem number 2. A group of 25 high school students were asked whether they use either Facebook or Twitter or both. 15 of these students use Facebook and 12 use Twitter. Okay, now here's our questions. How many use Facebook only? How many use Twitter only? And how many use both social networking sites or both the Facebook and Twitter? Now, to solve these questions, we need to provide the illustration of our Venn diagram first. So we need to have our rectangular shape, which is the universal set, and a symbol for U here. And we need to draw the circles involved or the sets involved, which happens to be the Facebook, which is F, and T for Twitter. Now, we need to provide the data here for Facebook. How many group of students who like Facebook or use Facebook? A group of 25 high school students were asked whether they use either Facebook or Twitter or both. 15 of these students use Facebook, so there are 15 who uses Facebook. How about Twitter? 12 uses Twitter. That's the first goal. That's our illustration. Now, again, this is our goal. We need to solve here the data first. And the concept here is simply subtraction. But of course, we need to get the elements or the total elements of our universal set. And to get that one is we need to go back to our problem. If we have the given, we already have here our universal set. And that's 25. So of course, we need to use 25 as a whole and then subtract something so that we can provide the rest. So we need to subtract 15 or Facebook here from the entire universal set, which is 25. So we need to subtract 25 minus Facebook 15, since there are 15 students who uses Facebook. And what is 25 minus 15? Your answer is 10. And when should we write 10 here? 25 minus 15. We subtract this one, this entire circle with the entire universal set. And therefore, the rest is, or what left is, here. Dari dapat na ito ibutang atong 10. Okay. How about this one? The intersection. We can use the concept of the whole thing, which is 12. And we already have 10 here. What's left? 12 minus 10. What's 12 minus 10? 12 here is the whole, which is our Twitter, and we need to subtract 8 by 10. So 12 minus 10, that is 2. I will repeat. The whole thing here is Twitter, which is 12. So I subtracted it by 10. The answer is 2. That's why we have 2. Let's check. 2 plus 10, is it the whole circle, which is 12? Correct. How about this? Subtract. 15 minus 2, that is 13. Let's try to check. 13 plus 2 is 15. Very good. Let's try to check if the entire data, 13, 2, and 10 are all correct. How can we check that one, sir? If we are going to add all this data here, it should be equal to our universal set. Okay? Given that we don't have a complement here outside the circles. So 13 plus 2, that's 15. Plus 10, that is 25. Okay, sorry, it's correct. That's it. Now, let's answer the questions. Letter A. How many use Facebook only? Take note of that. Facebook only. This is the Facebook. This first circle. But the question is, how many use Facebook only? If there is no only, how many use Facebook lang ang question? There are 15, right? But the question is, how many use Facebook only? Only, why labot ang Twitter? Okay? So the correct answer here is 13. Sir, why did you not join 2? Why did you not combine 2? Since 2 belongs to Facebook. 2 belongs to Facebook, but at the same time, 2 belongs to Twitter. The question here, man, is how many use Facebook only? And the answer is 13. Since 13 here belongs to Facebook only, wa siya ni appeal na sagol sa Twitter. Did you get that? Correct. How about letter B? How many use Twitter only? Let's check. For Twitter itself lang, Twitter, there are 12 students who uses Twitter. But how many use Twitter only without Facebook? The answer is 10. Correct. Now let's go to letter C. How many use both social networking sites? Or how many use Facebook and Twitter? So it's intersection. Where is intersection, sir? It's in the center, which is 2. And that's the answer for our sample problem number 2. Now let's go to sample problem number 3. This time, a Venn diagram is already given. Okay? And you are going to ask or interpret the data presented on the Venn diagram. So it's quite easy. All you have to do is to interpret the Venn diagram. Okay? Now let's have the problem. Mrs. Kulas presented a diagram showing his students' favorite snacks. Okay? These are pizza, which is P, burger, which is B, and spaghetti, which is S. Okay, so that's why we have 3 circles, because there are 3 sets involved: the pizza, burger, and spaghetti. Now let's answer the following. How many students like pizza? How many students like spaghetti? And so on. Now let's answer letter A. How many students like pizza? Take note of it. Pizza. Let's count. Let's identify the circle, which is pizza. Now this is pizza. How many students involved? There are numbers, right? Inside the circle. Let's add. So we have 8 plus 4 plus 2 and plus 5. How many students like pizza? 8 plus 4 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. Plus 5 is 19. Therefore, there are 19 students who likes pizza. Correct. Again, I will repeat. Pizza may gipangita, so we need to add all the elements inside this circle, which is pizza. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19. So the answer for letter A is 19. Let's go to letter B. How many students like spaghetti only? Take note of that. Spaghetti only. Di siya ganahan og pizza, di siya ganahan og burger. It's only spaghetti. And where can we see that spaghetti only? Now, this is spaghetti. the entire circle. But the question is, how many students like spaghetti only? So therefore, that data alone should be here. That is spaghetti only. Since 9 here belongs to spaghetti only, we cannot use 5 since 5 belongs to pizza and spaghetti. And 2 belongs to pizza, burger, and spaghetti. And 6 belongs to burger and spaghetti. So the answer here is 9. Now, letter C. How many students like pizza and burger? Take note of that. How many like pizza and burger? So, and what's answer? Intersection of pizza and burger. Where is pizza and burger? This is our pizza. Okay? And this is our burger. And where can we see the intersection of our pizza and burger? It's in the center or middle. Now, what's the center of pizza and burger? The center for pizza and burger here is here. That's the center. And therefore, how many students like pizza and burger? The answer is 4 plus 2 is 6. Correct. Did you get that? Since 4 and 2 belongs to pizza and burger, it's the intersection. Now, how many students like burger and spaghetti? Burger and spaghetti nasad. So we have burger and spaghetti. Burger here, this is our burger. And where is our spaghetti? This is our spaghetti. Okay, and what's the intersection of burger and spaghetti? This is our intersection of burger and spaghetti, which is 2 plus 6. The answer is A. Correct. How about letter E? How many students like pizza and burger only? Okay, take note of that. Pizza and burger only. Sir, we already answered it earlier. That's for letter C. How many students like pizza and burger? The answer is 6. 4 plus 2. No, it's not. For letter E, it's different from letter C. Because letter E is how many students like pizza and burger only. Pizza and burger only. Why labot ang spaghetti? On this case, 4 and 2, 2 here belongs to pizza, burger, and spaghetti. The question here is pizza and burger only. Therefore, the answer here for pizza and burger only is 4. Did you get that? Because 4 belongs to pizza and burger only. 2 does not belong to pizza and burger only. It belongs to pizza, burger, and spaghetti. So the answer here is 4. Now let's go to letter F. How many students like the 3 snacks? The entire snacks, pizza, burger, and spaghetti. So where can we see that? The intersection of the 3. Of course, it's in the center of the 3. And what's the center of pizza, burger, and spaghetti? The answer here is 2. Okay. That's the intersection of pizza, burger, and spaghetti. Let's go to letter G. How many students do not like any of the 3 snacks? Sir, di wala ganahi sa pizza, burger, and spaghetti. Of course, di magita kapagos. But where can we see that? Is it in the circles? No. Does not like man any of the 3. So of course, wala na siya sa circles. So asa siya makitaan? Gawas sa circle, but inside the universal set or the rectangular shape. And where is that, sir? Can we find any number outside the circle but inside the rectangle? Do you have a number? Correct. We have here 3. And that is our complement of all the sets involved. So that is the student or number of students that do not like any of the 3 snacks. So that's the answer. Correct. Now last question. How many students does Mrs. Kulas have? All you have to do is to add everything. You are going to add 8 plus 4 plus 11 plus 5 plus 2 plus 6 plus 9 and plus 3. Okay, let's answer. 8 plus 4, 12. Plus 2, 14. Plus 5, 19. Plus 11, that's 30. Right? 30 plus 6, 36. Plus 9, we have 45. And plus 3, we have 48. Correct me if I'm wrong. Basig na lipat ko. And 48 is the number of students that Mrs. Kulas had. And that is our word problem for Venn diagram. Now, you may now answer Activity 4 and the post-test in Week 1 and 2 module. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Bye-bye and see you around.